As much as I hate thinking about the fact that we won't be getting a Samsung Galaxy Note series phone this year, I must appreciate the fact that it helps Samsung have a razor sharp focus on foldables. What this means is that Samsung has a new game plan, and that is to make foldables more affordable and accessible to more people. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3's much truncated pricing is a testament to that fact. Although the Samsung Galaxy Fold 3's price in India is the same as the launch price of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 last year, but it does bring along with it a whole lot of improvements that makes it seem more value for money than the previous generation Fold. Well, my name is Ershad, you're watching My Smart Price. Let's unbox this thing. Actually, it's already unboxed, but you know what, I'll replay that for you and take a look at my first impressions of this new foldable beast. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever My Smart Price English puts out an awesome new tech video, because we're trying to reach 100k soon and we need all your support. In what seems to be an ode to one of my favorite Daft Punk songs ever, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 is harder, better, stronger, faster. Let me break it down for you. Firstly, it's slimmer and lighter than the previous generation Z Fold 2, and it does indeed feel like the Z Fold 3 has shed a few pounds when I hold it in my hand. And to top it off, you get rounded edges that make it more comfortable to hold and use as well. Also, Samsung has done the unthinkable. It has managed to get an IPX8 waterproof rating for a foldable smartphone. Trust me when I say this, to engineer that must have been a challenge in and of itself. This means that the Z Fold 3 can survive for 1.5 meter depth for up to 30 minutes. But yes, you still can't get dust protection because dust can easily enter through the slit between the fold, and Samsung still trusts its micro brush bristles to take care of it. The frame is now made of armor aluminum, making it 10% more stronger as per Samsung. I must say, I do like this phantom black color ever since it was introduced with the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. It looks super stealthy. Plus, the camera module is now vertically aligned. By the way, the folding and unfolding mechanism, and of course the sound that these two halves make when they clap against each other when they're closed, still sounds extremely satisfying. You now get a slightly larger 6.23-inch cover display with an improved 120Hz refresh rate, which is the same as the 7.6-inch inner display now. Furthermore, one of the other improvements on the inner display is that it is now 29% brighter apparently. But the most important upgrade is that you get a screen that is 80% more durable than the previous generation Fold. Plus, you get Gorilla Glass Victus protection on the front cover display and the rear glass. Although I must admit that the crease between the two halves is definitely still very visible, but to be entirely honest, we've all used the Galaxy Z Fold 2 for a long duration, and after a couple of days of using the phone, you're not gonna bother about it. But Samsung did another really cool thing. It went ahead and integrated a 4 megapixel under display camera, or UDC, in the inner display. Yes, it is very low resolution, but Samsung says that most Fold users use it only for video calls, and this much resolution is sufficient. Now, if you're wondering, yes, the UDC is visible very clearly on a completely black and a completely white screen. Now, does that bother you? Let me know in the comment section below. But after having used it even for a couple of hours, it sort of got hidden away in my peripheral vision and I didn't, look at it over and over again. But yes, I do agree that there are other phones out there that do the UDC hiding better at the moment. But I'm sure that Samsung will fix this in the next generation. Anyway, I took one selfie each with the UDC, the cover display selfie camera and the rear camera. Now that you can use the cover display as a viewfinder, that is pretty easy. You can actually take a look for yourself and see that the quality of the UDC is not very good. Anyway, the rest of the camera setup is the same as the Galaxy Z Fold 2. There's no change at all. Now, I don't know yet if Samsung has made any improvements to the camera algorithm of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 to take better pictures. I will test that out in my full review. In the meanwhile, take a look at the camera samples for yourself. While we all know that the Note series is not making a return, looks like it has passed on the mantle of being the note taker in the Galaxy family of Samsung smartphones to the Fold 3 this year. Yes, there is S Pen support on the Z Fold 3 this year, but you will have to buy the S Pen for the Fold or the S Pen Pro for it to work. The software gives you a clear warning that using any other S Pen, for example this Note 20 Ultras, will damage the Fold 3's display. Now, while I did highlight all the hardware changes, but let me tell you that the software tweaks that Samsung has introduced to the Galaxy Z Fold 3 this year actually makes using the Fold 3 far more fun and actually useful as well. You can now pin the edge panel to the inner display and it stays stuck on every screen just like the Windows taskbar. I think I'm going to be using the Fold 2 like this for the rest of my review period. Samsung has worked with a few third-party apps to optimize for the inner display of the Fold 3. For example, you can now get a flex mode on both YouTube and Chrome and a few other apps as well. Plus, Chrome offers desktop-like tabs now. It's so convenient. Basically, the Z Fold 3 is running the tablet version of many apps since Samsung has now upped the DPI to 673. I also really like using the camera app for capturing pictures now because you can immediately see a split screen window for a preview. Pretty handy. You can also force multi-window mode for all apps from the Labs page even if they don't have a native option. So there are more such cool software tweaks on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 which I haven't checked out in detail yet. I've had it only for a day, but I will definitely do that for the full review. You guys want one, right? Maybe a long-term one, 1 month later. What would you prefer? Let me know in the comment section below. By the way, if you've come this far, then don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even comment below so videos like these, if you did enjoy them, are also shared with more people thanks to the YouTube algorithm actually valuing engagement. As for what powers the Z Fold 3, you get a Snapdragon 888 with 12GB of RAM and an option to pick between 256GB and 512GB of internal storage. I played a couple of games of COD and boy, it was so much fun. Now, Samsung seems to have made a slight cut in the battery size of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. It's now 4400 mAh instead of the 4500 mAh inside the Z Fold 2 that we had last year. But I feel that that might not actually, put a dent on the battery life. However, I'll definitely test it out. You also get support for 25 watts fast charging and wireless charging and reverse wireless charging support as well. I firmly believe that Samsung is going for the jugular with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Initially, yes, it might not feel like the improvements are very substantial, but after having used the phone, I know that there are many important changes to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 that makes it way better than the Z Fold 2 as well. In fact, I would suggest anybody, using a Z Fold 2 to actually upgrade to a Z Fold 3 because you get the IPX8 rating and the S Pen support as well. Two very important things that you cannot overlook. Samsung is clearly turning out to be the king of this segment and building an unassailable lead every year. Now, I'm going back to using the Galaxy Z Fold 3 to get the review out for you guys. Do let me know if you guys have any specific questions or comments that you want addressed. Well, that's it from me. I'm Aishar from My Smart Price. I hope you guys liked this video. Until the next one, goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry,